A lot of the companies that I meet, you know, in South Texas especially, they are very unfamiliar with what you just described. And I think people are also, a lot of the companies, a lot of the people are still unfamiliar with the concept of inviting facilitator to come in and actually create that experience and take, you know, teams through that journey so we can arrive with what we call a frame. So let me just ask you sort of like a very basic question. How would you sell facilitation to senior managers? You know, like, what are some of the key benefits that you think companies would experience by having a facilitated opportunity framing workshop?
Vona, one of the things that I think is most valuable to focus on here is any organisation is a unique set of circumstances, of people, of facilities. They have a community they work within and operate within. They have a customer base that they understand, or they may be aspiring to get into a new area of business that they're still starting to understand. But that organisation will have a significant amount of knowledge. They will have tacit knowledge that'll be spread all over the business. They will have organisational knowledge that will be embedded in process, procedures, guidance, those sorts of things. They will have knowledge from the past that hopefully they've been able to hold on to. And sometimes that will be stories that will have been modified over time. Sometimes that will be written documentation of what happened. And the knowledge within the organisation must be understood, I believe, before an organisation takes a path forward to create outcomes, to create value that will sustain and grow and improve the organisation. And where I stop is, if I'm talking to the person who's the head of the organisation, or who is the person responsible for the final outcome, it might be the business unit owner, I'm saying to them, what is it that you see as successful? And they will quite often look at that through the lens of what they know and what they've seen. And they will say, well, yeah, we've made some mistakes in the past, or we've had some successes, and they'll be able to share those usually through their lens. But then I say, do you understand, and how do you understand the knowledge of the organisation in the context of the journey you would like to take? And quite often it's very hard to actually really honestly articulate that. And at the heart of framing is being able to stand back and say, I can honestly reflect the knowledge in the business today. I can honestly reflect the needs of the organisation. I can honestly describe the stakeholders involved and how they will be a part of the journey. And if I can do that, maybe I might say to them, well, are you so sure that that's perfect that you can just step and go? And I've not had anyone say that yet. So the next step is quite logically, well, this is where the art of framing and the art and science of framing comes in, because it allows us to, with the appropriate skilled facilitation, to bring all of those things into context today, play around with them, understand them, delve into the knowledge of the business to make sure that all the relevant knowledge, the good, the bad, the ugly and the brilliant, is all understood in context.